you have already created these single sprite images as variables. So you have created T-Rex, ground, then invisible ground, as well as cloud and obstacles. But we want the clouds and obstacles to be treated as a group. So you can go to group section and use this block to create a group, to form a group of all these sprites. So as you can see here, I have taken these blocks two times and I have named it as obstacle group, and the second one is a clouds group, and this is how the groups are created. Now once the groups are created, we want to also uh, add elements to that group. Here we have simply created a space for the group. Now we want those individual group members to be added into that group. So wherever you have written a code for creation of single cloud sprite or a single obstacle sprite, you also add this block group add sprite to that location. So here, once the cloud sprite is created, we want that to be added to the clouds group. And similarly, wherever any of the obstacle is created from this obstacle 1 to obstacle 6 range, we want that obstacle to be stored or added to this group of obstacle. So obstacle group. And the single member is nothing but this variable cactus sprite. And now, whenever you declare a game condition for the game end, your error will be eliminated, because now you have set a group and now your sprite is touching any of the members of this group, then the game will end. So this condition is taken as a valid one. So here uh, we have defined the game condition for the end of the game. So whenever the T-Rex touches the obstacle group, then the game state will be changed to end. So we have three game states now. The first is the start, which is, you can see here, before the player starts playing the game. Then the second is the play. Whenever the player presses the spacebar key, the game begins and the game state changes to play. And when the T-Rex touches the obstacle group or any of the items in the obstacle groups, which are nothing but the sprites of different cactuses, then the game state changes to end. We can check the status of the console.log of this variable game state in the debug console here. So whenever I press the run button, you keep an eye on the changing state of the game. So let's first complete the conditions for the game to end. So the game state will be changed. Then we want all the obstacles and clouds to be destroyed. So you destroy each. Use this command, destroy each. Because it is a group, you have to destroy all the sprites which are in that group. And then I'm also changing the T-Rex sprite animation to T-Rex collided. And then I'm also changing the scale, and the velocity of the T-Rex will become 0 and ground velocity will also be 0. You can either destroy the T-Rex sprite or you can make it stand wherever it is with the X velocity this time being 0. And I also want to display the game over sprite and restart the game. So there is an option for the restart of the game. So this is the code for um, the game to be ended or terminated. So let's see if that works. If I hit the run button, I'm given a note to press the space bar for the game to begin, and I can jump. Since it is a recording, the speed of the game is affected a little bit. It slowed down, and yes, it accidentally touched the obstacle and the game is over. The score is gone, the cloud sprites obstacles are gone, and there is a restart button.